everyone, welcome to Lectures by Aparna. This is a part 1 video of GATE 2021 Electronics and Communication question paper discussion. If you want to check out the answer key video, I will give its link in the description box just below this video. So let's start today's session. An 8-bit unipolar DAC has full scale voltage range from 0 to 7.68 volt. If the input is 100101110, what is the analog output voltage? So here it is given that the full scale value is 7.68 volt and n is equal to 8. N is the number of bits, that is 8. The digital input is given as 100101110. So this is a binary number and we have to find the analog output voltage. So first we have to convert this binary digital input into a decimal value. So we can write, first we have to write this value 0 into 2 raised to 0 plus this 1 into 2 raised to 1 plus then this 1 into 2 raised to 2, this 0 into 2 cube, this 1 into 2 raised to 4, this 0 into 2 raised to 5 plus this 0 into 2 raised to 6 plus this 1 into 2 raised to 7. So you have to add all these. You will get 128 plus 16 plus 4 plus 2, which is equal to 150. So this is the decimal value corresponding to this binary value. Now we have to find the step size. Step size is equal to full scale value divided by 2 raised to n minus 1. So substituting these values, we can write 7.68 divided by 2 raised to 8 minus 1. This is equal to 7.68 divided by 256 minus 1. That is equal to 7.68 divided by 255. Now analog output is equal to step size into the digital input. That is equal to, step size is 7.68 divided by 255 into digital input in decimal value, that is 150, which is equal to 4.517 volt. So the answer is 4.517 volt. Now let us see next question. If the vectors 1 minus 1 2 7 3x 2 3 1 in R3 are linearly dependent, what is the value of x? So here it is said that the given vectors are linearly dependent. We have to find the value of this x. So consider a matrix A formed by these three vectors. Vector A is equal to 1 minus 1 2 7 3x 2 3 1. If the vectors are linearly dependent, this matrix A will be a singular matrix. Singular matrix means the value of its determinant will be equal to 0. That is, determinant of A is equal to 0. Determinant of A is equal to 0. So now we have to find this determinant value, which is 1 into 3 minus 3x minus 1 into 7 minus 2x plus 2 into 21 minus 6 equal to 0. You will get 3 minus 3x plus 7 minus 2x plus 42 minus 12 equal to 0, which is equal to 40 minus 5x equal to 0, or 40 is equal to 5x and x is equal to 40 divided by 5, that is equal to 8. So the answer is x is equal to 8. Thus we got the value of x. Now let's see next question. Find IPQ for the circuit shown. This is current IPQ. Now here we can see that this point and this point are short circuited. So we can redraw this circuit using three nodes P, Q and R like this. We are drawing the nodes P, Q and R. Now between P and Q there is a 7 ohm. 7 ohm. Between P and R there is a 3 ohm. So 3 ohm. Between P and R again there is a 6 ohm. Because this point is also R. So between P and R there is a 6 ohm. So we can draw this 6 ohm parallel to this 3 ohm. Now between Q and R there is a 2 ohm. Again between Q and R there is a 2 ohm. Between Q and R there is a 5 ampere current source. Now we can again redraw the circuit by reducing these resistances. So 6 parallel to 3 we can substitute here a 2 ohm, and this 2 parallel to 2 ohm we can replace it with 1 ohm. Because 2 parallel to is 1 ohm and 6 ohm parallel to 3 ohm is 3 into 6 by 3 plus 6, that is equal to 2 ohm. So here we have to place a 2 ohm and here we have to place a 1 ohm. So we got the circuit like this. We have to find current IPQ. IPQ is equal to total current 5 ampere into resistance in other branch, that is 1 ohm, divided by total resistance, that is 1 plus 7 plus 2. We can write this as 5 by 10. This is equal to 1 by 2, or that is equal to 0.5 ampere. So answer is IPQ equal to 0.5 ampere. So we got the current in the branch PQ. Now let us see next question. Find the transfer function y of s by x of s for the block diagram shown below. The given block diagram can be redrawn as a signal flow graph like this. We have to apply Mason's gain formula here. Mason's gain formula is given as M is equal to 1 by delta sigma pk delta k. This pk is the forward path gain. So here there are two forward paths. This is path P1 and this is path P2. So this equation can be written as M is equal to 1 by delta P1 delta 1 plus P2 delta 2. Now delta is equal to 1 minus sum of all individual loop gains plus sum of gain products of all possible combinations of two non-touching loops minus sum of gain products of all possible combinations of three non-touching loops. So here we can see that there is only one loop here. This is the only loop present here. Let it be loop L1. The gain of this loop L1 is equal to minus G1H. And the forward path gain P1 is equal to G1 and the forward path gain P2 is equal to G2. Now we have to find delta. Delta is equal to 1 minus sum of all individual loop gains. There is only one loop here. So the loop gain is, that is L1. So that will be equal to 1 minus G1H, that will be equal to 1 plus G1H. This is the value of delta. Now we have to find delta 1 and delta 2. Delta k is same as delta but formed by loops not touching the kth forward path. So in delta 1, we have to write 1 minus sum of all individual loop gains. So that loop should not be touching the first forward path, but loop L1 is touching the forward path. So the value of L1 will become 0 here. Rest all the values will be 0 because there are no two non-touching loops or three non-touching loops here. So we can write delta 1 is equal to 1. Also delta 2 is equal to 1 minus sum of all individual loop gains. In path P2 also this loop L1 is touching here. This loop L1 is touching here. So the value of this L1 will become 0 in delta 2 also. So 1 minus 0 which is equal to 1. Delta 2 is also equal to 1. Now we can write this equation as m is equal to 1 by delta into P1 delta 1 plus P2 delta 2, which is equal to 1 by delta is 1 plus G1H into P1 is G1 into delta 1 is 1 plus P2 is G2 into delta 2 is 1, which is equal to, therefore m is equal to G1 plus G2 divided by 1 plus G1H. So this is the overall gain of this block diagram. These are some questions asked in GATE 2021 Electronics and Communication paper. We will continue with rest of the questions in detail in part 2 video. If this video has helped you, please do subscribe to my channel. Also don't forget to like and share this video. Thank you.